My name is Christian Wright, and this is Hardy. And today we're going to be watching Mississippi State versus LSU in Marvel Rivals. Honestly, this is the first time I think I've seen any type of stream for Marvel Rivals in the college gate. So I think this is going to be a pretty fun match overall. It looks like we got pretty evenly spaced teams in terms of rank. And we do have a few diamonds on Mississippi State. But what do you think about that, Hardy?
I think, honestly, considering the space of how rankings work in Marvel Rivals, there's a lot of leeway for what a Celestial versus what a Diamond can do. It all comes down to communication. You'll see solo queuers and ranks go hard in the paint, and they may not climb. But you'll see people work together and make it to Celestial when their individual skill rate may not show so. So, I think it's going to be a question of which team is better at talking to each other.
Yeah, especially in those higher ranks when all about team communication, especially when there's that one Magneto or one Strange that's super low, he's shielding and everything. But if you communicate, everybody starts looking at him, that's a tank down. That's their forward pressure just completely broken.
Of course, there's always the strategy of deciding which kind of characters you pick. Of course, we all know there's three types of characters. There's your Vanguards, consider them tanks, heavy hitters, very strong, healthy characters, lots of HP to work with. Then you have your DPS, your damage types, people who can dish out a lot of damage. Perhaps they have some extra utility, but they tend to be very focused on one type of thing, and that is getting people out of the game. And finally, you have your supports, a lot of extra utility on top of the ability to heal players. And so it'll come down to the comp, I think, when you bring it back around to these sorts of ideas.
And it looks like we're about to start. And
oh boy,
this looks like we got Royal Palace on. I cannot pronounce this probably, but Igzard with competitive domination.
Think like egg, like egg, but it's an I.
Yeah, and from what looks like our team has pretty interesting comp usually. I mean, we do have a bunch of one tricks on our team. I've seen that for certain.
I'm seeing a few pre-picks. I'm seeing a Penny pre-pick, a Mrs. Invisible pre-pick, Cloak and Dagger pre-pick, and a Magneto pre-pick on the MSU team here. The other team, however, has a full pre-pick. We've got 2 tanks, 2 DPSs, and 2 supports already up there.
It looks like we got a ban on Luna. Luna's definitely super important considering the fact her ult basically gives them invincibility for about 12 seconds.
Not quite. Consider the fact that Magic these days has methods of instant killing in ult, and also the nerfs to Luna Snow. The biggest part of that ban, I would consider, is the Namor combo.
Yeah, especially, I mean, Namor, he's just a powerhouse, especially considering if he's going against dive-heavy characters that are just melee. Like, they can't do anything about Namor in his turrets. And it looks like we got a Strange protection right here. Strange is probably the best tank in the game right now.
Oh, wow.
Oh, they banned Loki. Loki, that's an interesting pick. I've never seen a Loki ban before.
I think they know their opponents. It looks like we've seen 2 targeted bans because the pre-picks for the Louisiana team is there's a Strange and a Loki over there. And a Hela, actually. Funnily enough.
Yeah, since they protected the Hela, I think that what they were trying to do in the first part, but Loki got banned, is that they were trying to do a revive comp. Because if Hela can show out, that means Thor and Loki would get revived at the same time. I believe so. I'm not entirely sure on that.
Okay, looks like the teams are starting to fill out. We got 15 seconds on the clock. 2 of our guys, Dark and Nonstop Jacob, are thinking about it. You can see it, the mindsets, the process.
Looks like we're running double shields with Dark being at Winter Soldier. Winter Soldier's really good at dragging those tanks back into the back line, especially considering we also have Magic. Magic is good at destroying front line. It also can help on the back line as well to protect her teammates.
She's such a scary character.
Especially in the right hands. And knowing Ajax, he likes playing Magic a lot. One of his main characters, for sure.
Of course. I'm looking forward to see how this Magic will be played, because anyone who's played this game knows Magic can be in a lot of different spots, played a lot of different ways. This might change how the team comp goes.
All you need to do is capture the missionary.
Yeah, it looks like we're getting a portal for a fast start for both teams, possibly. We don't know on their side, but I could probably assume so. It looks like they actually just walk up. They're going to save the portal for later. Looks like Thor's going to get some points on choke point. Gets dragged. Have to back up for a little bit. Looks like we're watching LSU currently trying to hold the choke point as best as possible, but they're not. Looks like they're not even. They're getting dragged a lot, especially with this Thor. Looks like we got infinite ammo set up. That's a strange set on MSU side. Winter Soldier gets protected by Magneto, thankfully, because of his shield. It looks like they're getting pushed back, but that is one tank down. What's it look like? They're doing a pretty heavy chokehold on this, and they keep on going in the same direction. They might be backing up for a different strategy right now.
For sure. I believe it looks like these guys are playing for the lives, like respawn. That choke there. Oh boy, hang on.
Oh, it looks like we got another choke push right here. Thor's trying to hit, but he can't hit really anything. Looks like we got Armed and Dangerous going on right here. He tries to get to sleep, gets the sleep off. Magic is trying to push the Mantis. Not able to get out of that. Mantis gets killed by Thor. Looks like Thor has really good healers and able to protect, but MSU is actually making the offensive right now and completely stopping them. That's Thor down.
LSU is getting pushed back hard here. This is impressive.
And considering they're holding a choke point at the very start of the game, and all of a sudden they lose that?
It's the tempo of the game.
Yeah, especially considering Winter Soldier and MSU's protection of Winter Soldier was able to get Thor consistently in the back line so that way he can focus Thor as much as possible.
And notice, our Winter Soldier is already back up to 58% of his ultimate. A very scary charge.
Yeah, and giving him infinite ammo just makes that easier. And it looks like Thor might be going for an ult here. He does have the whole entire team in the box. Invisible One does ult to protect them. Agamotto gets dragged into the ult but lags back out of it. And then dies from the team shot from MSU.
Wow, cleaned it up. Looks like they're going to sit on point here. Thor's coming in.
I mean, yeah, they need to cool down for a little bit, get everything situated, but then they're going to hold a choke point like they've been doing the whole entire time. It looks like Magic actually has ult here. She could possibly go for a team wipe. I mean, have you seen Magic in her ult? Alright, here we go. Let's try to see this team wipe. Looks like Hela tries to go for the thing, and there's another Magic trying to counter. Cannot counter enough, gets one kill. Hela is still trying to kill everybody, cannot aim though.
Oh no!
Magic gets killed, sadly. Looks like they're going to try to push off of that, but Strange is super low, pushing by himself. No, he's not. He has a whole entire team. He got Armed and Dangerous. Perfect shield block by Strange on the Magneto. Panic Eye with an awesome block right there. Thankfully, with double shields, there's a lot of leeway on both sides. Looks like they're backing up and holding this choke point. Magic is trying to get some better cover, thankfully. It looks like they're set back to the choke point, but they have a lot of time on their hands now. They can set up for a portal push. They can basically... They control this at this point. What do you think they're going to try to do here? They're going to try to do a double push or just...
It looks to me like they're going to go ahead and push this in with the Rocket Ultimate, the damage booster. But they're getting pushed back. They're getting pushed back really well. The blue team is playing extremely safe. That said, a little dangerous with the Strange there. But the blue team is also taking advantage of that fallback and cleaning them up. Wow! Thor Ultimate, go for 2.
Looks like we got a little stun there. That's a little funny feature in Marvel Rivals where if both characters try to do a stun with the shoulder charge, they both get knocked out and get little birdies above their head. That's a little funny. Looks like they're going to try to get control again. They are pretty high now. Both Magics are going to go fight against each other. Or at least try to. They're going to try to push off of that. Magic is going to have to touch. Everybody's looking at Magic. Somebody else is going to have to touch other than Magic. It looks like Magneto's about to ult. Hopefully he can get one of them.
Magic ult comes out.
Magic ult comes out. Oh my gosh. The
combination move.
W combination right there. Magic is getting targeted. Currently got the ult going on. Boom. That's another one down. It looks like that's all of them off point and down. They have to do something here. And
Clean.
That was a clean win by MSU right there. It was kind of
What a
iffy.
round.
Yeah, that was definitely a round right there. I mean, especially considering that the blocks was both Strange and Magneto. Magneto protecting the DPSs as much as possible, especially with that Winter Soldier. That Winter Soldier getting those ult kills, and not to mention his ult just regenerates so fast, and Magic going crazy with the ults.
I'd take this round as a definite greeting between both teams. It's so insanely scary what a team can do with a great advantage. But when backed into a corner, both sides have proven they can push back to point and show both other sides who's boss. The
Exactly.
Thor going insane on his ultimate twice now. And our Magneto and Strange pushing the entire team onto point for a lot of added damage and utility. Both sides have a very, very strong showing here so far.
Yeah, not to mention considering it looks like Invisible Woman is definitely a really good pick. I mean, she has been able to counter Thor's ult a few times. Of course, at one time he was able to get a double kill, but it looks like they're trying to do a portal push and
early portal.
Ooh, not on point, but actually on the choke point, so that way they can get a lot of momentum going on here.
Yeah,
it really depends on the tanks. Looks like I got winner by Strange on the flank side. 2 tanks getting pushed. Strange is all the way out in the open by himself.
Isolated. What a scary position to be in. The Eye of Agamotto coming out. The Strange caught out between 3. Was it 3 DPS or 2? I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, I think and he also got slept, but we just saw Dark right there. He didn't want to die to the Magic, so he just jumped right off. I don't know what's going on there, but it looks like they're going to try to set for a choke point right now, and they have it pretty well set. This map is very constricted, especially if you get pushed back this far. It looks like we got both shields, thankfully, so that way there's a lot more room to run with. We get the Thor gets grabbed by Winter Soldier. Magic is trying to combo the Thor to death. Looks like we got another Thor ult maybe incoming pretty soon. I'm not entirely sure. Magic gets killed. Looks like Thor's just kind of jumping around right here.
Gotta find the right timing.
Definitely understand, but right here, he's gonna back up. He gets pulled back, and it looks like we're gonna get armed and dangerous. Does not get it because he gets killed.
The shutdown.
It looks like Magic's trying to go for the healers, but the healers are still getting hit the whole entire time. Didn't look like Thor got any kills with that, but he did give a lot of pressure for them. Magic is currently back by themselves trying to kill Mantis, but cannot. His whole team comes back. She's still currently going through it.
What a large amount of pressure here. The ultimate is coming in, cleaning up, dealing damage, but we need to capitalize on it. Where are we seeing?
It looks like they actually were able to focus Magic enough to where she wasn't able to really do a lot. I mean, the heals were up there too, and not to mention, though Magic has a really powerful ultimate, her ultimate sometimes is limited. Oh, it looks like Magic would get a kill, possibly get a double kill. Try to go for the tank, especially considering she can actually go through shields.
3 down.
That was a really good play by Magic, and everybody's pushed up now, thankfully. Looks like they can hold the same choke point that the others held on them, so let's see if what they can hold it better than them.
Patience here, patience. We're watching as the red team backs off a touch. Not everyone's ready.
Currently, Maroon getting dragged over. Looks like Magneto is getting targeted right here. Good dodge by Magic over here. Trying to go for that. Gets it both on the back line.
Oh.
Currently targeting Hela. Hela cannot do anything. That's a triple kill by Magic. Though, the bad thing, though, is that even though he got the
These halls are empty, folks. The janitor has seen himself out.
But they did get all healers. It's just that they weren't able to execute, and both tanks were able to get on point again, especially with that Magic, and they still have Thor ult. So it looks like they got a portal. They're preparing for portal.
Portal comes out.
It looks like we might see a Thor ult coming here soon. Magneto tries to ult, try to kill one of the killers.
There it goes.
We get Thor. He gets 1 kill. He might get another one with this Magneto. Magneto gets pushed back. Magneto gets killed by Strange. There's another Strange just by himself with nobody to help. Magic's trying to come in and try to support, but also gets killed. Invisible Woman does her ult. There might be a possible chance that she could die. At least we got an Armed and Dangerous. Armed and Dangerous did happen. We might possibly get another Armed and Dangerous. No, we do not. It's
disarmed.
Disarmed and safe.
Clearly.
It looks like they get both supports. They also have control again. It looks like they're trying to go for Venom for pick, but they cannot get it in time.
What a power play. From early on, we saw them portal in, take the advantage, take the flow, take the tempo away from our MSU team. What a scary play. Impressive.
Yeah, I mean, not to mention, I'm seeing a lot of stuff from the store. I'm kind of wanting to see some other people when it comes to this. I mean, definitely he's doing a lot here.
It looks to me like our two healers on the blue team here are playing it very safe, playing for lives, playing for survivability, minimizing their deaths. This is the key to a good team. Minimizing deaths on supports and DPS, minimizing deaths on tanks when they can be helped, is extremely valuable because these two roles, tank, DPS, deal the damage and need to be on point. But even more so are the healers. And if they're alive, everyone else can stay alive.
Looks like we're looking for another portal. I think MSU is going to not portal this time. They get on point. Oh, they go for another chokehold. This is a consistent theme that we've seen for these past 2 rounds. It looks like it looks like Magic is getting protected. She gets focused by everybody on the team, stopping her ult. Looks like Strange is by himself again. He's no, he's not. He actually has his whole entire team by him. Almost gets the Thor.
A 5v6 situation made to a 5v4, it seems.
It seems like we got a Wolverine pick it, though. That's going to be interesting to see, especially going against tanks like Thor. He is a tank that can actually have his own mobility here. But it looks like MSU is actually pushing up the advantage. We can definitely see some hero swaps right here, too. Considering that I think they realize some stuff wasn't going to work on these heavy choke points, so they switched a few characters that might be able to help.
We are undefeatable.
Mantis
does ult. Looks like he's trying to go after the Magic on solo. He does have the ability to fly, so he can actually just run away from Magic, and she can't do anything unless she hits a really good dash. Looks like we got Thor going against Magneto. Magneto shields himself. Looks like we got a Strange. Almost hit the Eye of Agamotto, did not do anything. Looks like they're staying in the Invisible Woman ult. The shield is broken by Strange. They're all right there. Looks like Strange might get a... Whoa!
Very visible, it seems. Visible on the kill board. What a wipe. Last one remaining, Ajax. Just coming out.
That was... Man, especially after that Invisible Woman ult went away. And... Strange kind of just focused the tank. He was able to just get that dark matter, I believe, or was it dark magic buff, and then he just about killed 2 people at once right there. It looks like they're going to do the same push again. Magneto trying to push as well.
We see a hero swap from the MSU team onto a Wolverine. Am I correct?
I believe so. I have Agamotto on point. 2 get focused. Strange about to die. Almost gets pushed off the ledge. Invisible Woman. Looks like we got Ajax trying to distract the Magic as much as possible.
Team is collapsing.
Team is collapsing to help. Looks like Strange trying to get grabbed. Looks like they're trying to get Strange out and back into the spawn so that way they can have a lot more pressure considering that's 1 shield down. They still do have 1 shield going. Oh, looks like they're having another ult coming through with Hela. Not to mention there was also a Wolverine switch if I remember saw that correctly.
Yes, Dark actually swapped to Wolverine, a scary character indeed. Constantly banned in higher ranks here. We did not see it in this match yet.
I think it's considering that there is a Thor there, so he has his own mobility. If it was both shields, probably Wolverine would have been a really awesome pick. It's actually for the other team, because that way he could kidnap the tanks, and they couldn't really do anything about it because they're using shields. and shields for melee characters that can go right through.
I agree. I think Wolverine here might change up the way MSU is going to approach these choke points. Hold on, battle begins.
Looks like Panic Eye is trying to get some pushes going. Darkus kind of trying to 1v1 the Magic. Currently get an ult to push right here. Gets slept just in time for not to block the ult and gets stunned right here. Looks like we got a bunch of ults going on right now. Mantis is trying her best to shoot as much people. We got a Magneto ult. Did not do anything right there because he was able to block it. Magneto is by himself, and they're all gone again. Looks like LSU has really good control on the choke points. And that is match 1 for LSU.
Very cool. What a round. We saw a lot of interplay there. A lot of ults going off at the same time, counter-ulting. The proactive use of a lot of strange utility there. That seems to be what decided that match. The difference between one strength and the other.
Up.
Uh-oh.
Oh, yeah. But it... Hello, everybody. No, but that was a crazy match, especially the first part. The first part, it looks like it was going both ways, especially in MSU's favor. And then all of a sudden, though MSU was pushing, getting some good pushes, and there was a few back and forth, it looks like LSU was able to hold those choke points a lot better, especially after they switched their strategy up to go for the strange portal instead of on point to directly to the choke point, so that way they have less time to get there and get them to the 4.
I agree. The picks that were made were very crucial into who got right in what tempo. It seems that the MSU team struggled to get into their backline. The Magic constantly diving, but still dying. It hurt the team to have a 5v6 near constantly when they cannot get the Magic into that backline to take enough of the supports out. It happened a few times, success, but there were multiple chances where things could have gone better, and they just didn't. The blue team collapsed, got the Magic down, turned it from a 6v6 to a 6v5, and things just collapsed from there.
And not to mention, in looking at the stat line, of course, stat lines in Marvel Rivals are kind of iffy sometimes, especially considering if you're looking at just if you're looking at total eliminations, they also count assists. So we never know for a few things. So for instance, if we're just comparing stats, we can see, in terms of LSU has a high kill count for almost every single character. Yes, when you look at the final hits for, let's say Mantis and Hela, they don't have a lot of final hits, but that's a lot of assists because of a lot of damage. And considering Mantis can sleep, and Hela is just Hela, Hela is really good right now, especially after little glitches going on right now where she has infinite damage fall off. So she is basically a sniper right now. Yes.
Wow. That's a scary bug. No, yeah. It seems that the LSU team had a lot of kill participation. Everyone was putting in the time to get damage on the other team. And that is why you see a lot of these kills. The only one without those kills, strangely enough, was the Mantis. But at the end of the day, what matters with strategists, for the most part, is what do you do with your utility skills? Mantis used that sleep plenty. We saw it. We saw it in the Strange. We saw it in the Magic. And also the healing. And another thing with Mantis is the damage boosts. It's crazy to see it. But when you see a Mantis properly using the damage boosts, it can knock out an entire team with one ultimate from somebody else.
Yeah, not to mention the
one
text
good use
with
of it changes the tides. Sorry, go on.
The text, no, sorry about that. But the text with her is insane as well. I mean, of course, nobody used it this match, but with Widow, if you damage boost her, and any 250 character gets one-shot headshot. Of course, that requires good aim for you to use Widow. So, and Widow is not the best character in the game right now.
But a scary one.
But a scary one if it's a good.
In the right hands.
It's in the right hands. Because
anyone can hold that gun.
Anybody can hold the gun, but who can shoot it is really what matters.
Of course.
I see, I personally play a DPS a lot. I know you play was it? Do you play like any specific character?
I tend to, when playing matches, I tend to fill in roles because I usually play solo queue, and you'll see a lot of solo queue players either auto lock DPSs or they'll auto lock their main. And so what I like to do is when I go into a match, I try to keep it open, try to keep it open-minded. What's the comp looking like? Did we see an auto lock Punisher? Okay, we might work something in there with a rocket. There's something like that. And so as far as statistically speaking, there's a lot more auto lock DPSers than there are strategists or tanks. So I tend to play between tanks and strategists, more so on the strategist side. Recently, I've been playing a lot of Cloak and Dagger, a lot of Luna Snow, and touches of other ones like Invisible Woman and Rocket.
Yeah, I'm trying to go away from the healers. Healers are very successful in ranked, especially when your team is showing out. So I've been trying to go for more DPS, and surprised to say it, I like playing Spider-Man.
Uh-oh, it's this guy.
Yeah, I know. I dive back line, do barely any damage. I'm basically a mosquito, okay. But my main is Bucky. And Bucky is basically like the opposite in terms of how like he goes in the back line. He brings the back line to him. And we saw that a lot in this match.
Yes, the grab ability, it is a like a chain link, I believe. Am I correct?
Yes, it's basically you get over here. And you can actually drag multiple people at once. It looks like
I didn't know this.
Yeah, you can drag multiple people at once. It looks like we got Spider Island.
Wow, I love this map. For those of you who played this map, Convoy, the Convoy map on here is super duper interesting. Lots of spots that are, the initial spot is super choke heavy. And then when you enter near the second part through most of the second area, it is extremely open, a lot of open spaces. We might see a lot of hero swaps this game. I'm expecting to see maybe some Punishers, some Hellas. We talked about it just a moment ago. We may see a Black Widow. There's a lot of sniper towers, sniper spots, places to get in and just dink them.
It looks like we banned Thor straight off the bat.
That Thor is scary on this map.
Yeah, that Thor's. Oh, it looks like. Is that Black Widow we're seeing?
I see two of them.
Oh no! It looks like they heard what we're saying.
They might be listening in. Smile.
But yeah, definitely ban on Cloak and Dagger. I mean, banning supports makes it to where they can't survive as much. That is for sure. Because originally, last patch when it came to Marvel Rivals was if you didn't run triple support when the other team was running it, you just lost the game. It looks like we protect Sue, so that way we still have a healing ult that can cover a wide area, especially considering you go invisible during it. It looks like let's see.
Ultimate.
Yeah.
I wonder what they'll pick to protect. Maybe the Widow? Perhaps a Strange.
Doubtful on the Widow. Probably the Strange.
You never know.
No more. That is like usually you protect a Luna here so that way it's another healer to. But maybe they might. Maybe they're trying to force a Luna ban.
Well, there's one more ban left on each side. You never know.
They banned Mantis from damage boost, so there's no. I don't think Widow's gonna be really useful here unless they use Storm, but then Storm's limited. They banned.
Luna ban comes out.
Man, they were forced to because if Namor got that buff, that's 2 turrets that can look at you and almost melt you.
Okay.
It looks like. Okay, let's make
Ajax taking the magic.
Logan looks like he's okay. He'll switch to Moon Knight. This is a very choke point heavy map, so Moon Knight is actually awesome on here. And
I'm surprised we didn't see a Moon Knight ban or protect. Actually,
I think people don't necessarily play a Moon Knight a lot because you usually get the kind of especially in ranked, you'll get this one person saying, "Okay, Moon Knight can't aim."
Yes.
Wait, is that Spider-Man?
That is a Spider-Man. Dark has swapped to Spider-Man.
Oh my gosh!
Go ahead and chat us up about your main there.
Oh, okay. If Dark has been playing, which it looks like he has, because he just did a web zip, but he is crazy on this map. Especially there's 2 parts of this map, especially the beginning. And Spider-Man's needed really on attack sometimes, especially if you're diving the back line. And it looks like they only have. I'm looking at their back line. They have Rocket, so it's gonna be really hard to go against when it comes to Spider-Man. But for
maybe
Sue,
maybe he'll dive for a quick revive to get the Rocket utility out of the way before the team pushes.
Yeah, but Spider-Man, he has the ability to pull people off maps. That's dangerous. Especially on this map. Yes. He's got Loki in the back. Almost gets killed right there. Looks like we got Sue getting some good heals and also gets a good lockdown. Magic trying to push. Magic is not pushing correctly. Well, actually, she's tried to. She's actually going pretty good right now. It looks like
the revive comes out on the Groot. Magic took out the Groot, and now the Rocket utility is down. Ults pop.
Cool thing about the skins in Marvel Rivals is that they actually get little special effects. So what you just heard right there was church bells for a wedding. So that's a little pretty funny. It looks like we almost get a kill on Sue here, but she was able to hit the Onk just in time. Moon Knight perched on the top as usual. Considering this map is a heavy choke point, Moon Knight's perfect for ult charge looping.
Groot ult.
Groot ult right there. He's able to get protected by Magneto. Is currently trying to get focused by Strange. Strange is just trying to focus the best he can, but he's not really.
The team goes down. They have forced to back up, it seems. Look at how far, just through this one choke point, the convoy got. Right there behind the Groot, just a few meters away, is the ending of this first point route. Punisher turret goes up.
It looks like it was a good switch to Wolverine, considering that they do have a Groot. Groot is a very slow tank, so it makes sense for them to have a Wolverine to drag them in the back.
Magic stealthing behind.
Magic
Rocket.
Killed the combo. Looks like we might possibly get ult after this Sue Storm ult goes away. He's trying to just get hits just in case. He goes for the Vec Child. Currently just spinning like a Beyblade. He's trying to get every single support he can. He gets a double ult with him, and boom, there comes the whole entire team is almost down. There's a Moon Knight trying to get the angles, but cannot. Looks like they're trying to chase on the Moon down as much as possible. They do have 2 melee DPSs, so it's kind of hard for them to execute on really any far-range characters. Especially if you're going against an infinite ammo Punisher and Winter Soldier.
That's right. The Rocket team up with Punisher and Winter Soldier allows them to, respectively, I believe it's infinite ammo and improved damage?
It's just infinite ammo.
Oh.
It's just that the faster fire rate improves the damage. It looks like Magic trying to hit a combo. Groot does not hit it, though. Currently gets grabbed in. Gets comboed with the Moon Knight and Groot ults. Magic is down. It looks like Groot is doing a good job of blocking off lines of sight from the healers. But then again, there is a Wolverine trying to lurk him. Looks like he's trying to get it. Does not get in range to grab him. It looks like MSU is actually trying to get this point as much as possible, and it looks like they're going almost to the checkpoint. Wolverine almost gets hit off the map.
Gary dive.
And it looks like he's trying to protect himself.
Yeah.
From the map. Loki with the Sue ult protection. Looks like Magneto's stuck in the back. We got Moon Knight. You know, this is typical Moon Knight gameplay. You just look at the Onk and then boom, look at that, whole team dead. But right now, team actually random bullcrap go. But it looks like they're actually looking at the Onks other than ranked teammates. But here we go. Looks like Magic's trying to focus. Does Magic get it? No, Magneto was able to protect. Panic Eye going crazy. We got Ajax going crazy as well. She's trying to get
cleaned up.
Cleaned up. Looks like we got point almost to the checkpoint.
Third point here. Welcome to the final area, everyone. This is the final push. A tight, choke heavy, but still somewhat open spot here. I wonder what we'll play, what we'll see.
Yeah, if they actually play a Bucky here and play on that little edge right there, they could possibly pull people off. It looks like it looks like Magic's in the back. He's trying to go for the healers. Almost gets him, but no, Loki has the runes to protect him. Not for long though. Looks like Wolverine was able to get that trade. Magic is trying to do her best, but cannot do it against two different tanks. Strange and Magneto trying to combo with each other and try to protect each other, especially with that mag bubble right there. Looks like they got Eye of Agamotto set up from Strange.
We might see him push in here to pop it.
You might see it. And he might do it just now. No, he does not do it in time. He gets dragged.
He does it now.
He shields it, protecting Strange and his other teammates right there. But Magneto does not notice that there's a Strange right next to him. Looks like Sue's trying her best. She's kind of out of position right here. Getting wide in the open, but she gets back into position because she can go invisible. Looks like Magneto is trying to protect. He gets dragged up by Sue. Magneto tries to put a shield on himself, which does work temporarily. Looks like Sue puts her ult down so that way she can get some pressure relieved off her teammates.
Watch out, Loki. Caught in the invisibility and died. The plan here is simple, everyone. Clean up red team. We gotta wait on these revives before they push back in.
Yeah, considering that we have 3 ults on MSU side, we have 2 ults on LSU side, so we might see some ult gameplay right here, especially from Loki and it seems to be Magic.
Don't neglect the build-up on the Bucky here. 4 ults ready, and 2 soon to come. The Strange and the Magic prepared to go in.
And the Magic waited for Loki to pop those runes so that way she has maximum DPS. But it looks like we might possibly get... No, she does not get a lot of use out of that ult. Looks like Strange is trying to focus the Magic so that way she goes back to spawn. It takes longer to get there, but cannot focus him long enough. Looks like they're trying to hold this choke point. It looks like we might get a Strange with a flank over here. Oh, that was actually Magneto. He's trying to set up for the... He gets a double kill with his ult.
Wow.
Dark going again and again. He's armed and dangerous. He's going to go to their spawn so he can keep on farming them.
Knocking on death's door here. What are they going to do?
It looks like they might be trying to... They want to try to set up for a portal, but they're not going to be able to.
Ults come out one after another.
Good block. Was able to get it, but still dies. We get an awesome Dark going crazy with the triple, especially after the Magneto made everybody weak. But we're not going to get an execution off of that.
Only 2 points. So close, MSU.
That was really surprising right there. I was looking at the kill feed and I saw like a triple kill from Dark. I'm thinking, okay, this is the perfect push. And apparently, they still had more to deal with after that triple kill.
I believe what we saw there was a lot of good holds. The Magneto and Strange comp plus the Mrs. Invisible means there's going to be a ton of survivability. But because of that same thing, we're not going to be able to be pushing up as much as they could have, and therefore we didn't end up as far in as we wanted. Now we're going to change up the comp a little bit here. We see a Penny come from Panda Kai.
I think Penny right here is good because this map, I mean, especially now they're on defense, has a lot of choke points, like we said earlier. And Penny, if you're a good Penny player, you can make it to where her little spider nest, which gives her extra mobility and heals her over time, and damages people if they try to go in it, almost unseeable. I mean, I definitely want to see some spots. There is one spot on this map. Whenever we get out there, I'll try to tell y'all about it. But I don't think she'll try to do that because it's a very hard point to hold.
It looks like Panda Kai set up some early mines. I wonder if she'll catch anybody out. With Penny.
3, 2, 1.
Captain America pick.
Oh,
That was a good job by him. That was a good job. He specifically switched to him just for that, so that we can block it.
I mean, it's a common tactic. You see it everywhere.
It looks like they're gonna try to hold the choke point from here, which is usually what he will do. We got a Penny holding up over there. Magneto can drag. Penny's also wide in the open too, but she does have extra mobility. Penny's web is gone, kind of leaving her open to be very punished right here. Looks like Strange trying to focus on Magneto as much as possible. There is another Strange right behind him. Trying to see what's going on here. There's a lot of stuff going on. Sue trying to get the heals, but cannot get the heals fast enough. Loki and Sue just chilling in the back, trying to heal their teammate as much as possible. Thankfully to Sue, she was able to push away Strange before they could push, but did not push him far away enough.
That right there was a play for positioning. The Black Panther, we missed it a touch. The Black Panther was in their backline, failed to clean up anyone. But they portal back in.
And it looks like, though we don't have close. Oh, it looks like dead positive actually as a result, thankfully. But he is currently down. Loki's trying to do his best. Gets locked down before he could do his. Oh, actually, that's the other magic doing her ult. Looks like Black Panther's trying to hit them as much as possible. He is having some success, but does not kill anybody.
A point is made. Seems to they're not going to push up too far, chilling out in the point. Let the other team recover a touch. Strange setting up some positioning here.
And Strange does have, right here, he does have Eye of Agamotto. So be very careful, especially considering how heavy they're stacking up to try to protect this choke point. They might get ulted right here. They do.
Here it goes.
He doesn't get anybody. Actually, yeah, he doesn't get anybody. We're all protected. I don't know how it was able to be protected, but maybe it was just the terrain in the map. But yeah, he was not able to get anybody during that ult. Looks like no. He gets edged. He gets hit off the map. Sadly by Sue Storm, and he has no way to get back up.
The counter ult. Sue Storm versus Sue Storm.
Nope. Oh, it looks like she was able to get a push on. It looks like Loki. I'm not sure exactly on that point.
Shoved right off the side, it seems. You don't have to look if you're lucky.
Gets pulled in. Gets hit down. Looks like Loki was able to get the crossfire kill. Doing a good job of healing his tanks. Ajax trying to
cleanup duty.
Yeah, especially considering they realize. Oh, he tries to jump. I think I know why they're trying to jump off the map before they get killed, is so that way they don't get as much ult charge.
Exactly. Feeding ult comes down to how much damage you let them deal to you. It's a common tactic to hide before you allow teams to start a fight. Therefore, you're not giving them free damage, free ults, free build-up, a lot of things.
Not to mention, though, we don't have a lot of... Oh, it looks like we got a Vec Child over here. Oh, we might get a huge ult, but it was blocked. Hell is currently trying to kill Namor. Does not kill Namor, but actually kills both supports with that. Strange kills a few supports. Kill feed going crazy. But it looks like they were able to get another push, and they're about to get another checkpoint. Looks like kind of Strange is doing some passive pressure right here with his teammate. Teammate is currently survives that interaction with the whole team.
Right in their spawn. Keeping them in place is a great strategy here. They're going to take the second point here and push into round 3. Or, excuse me, area 3 for this third point.
Looks like they weren't able to protect Magneto right there. It looks like we're getting pushed off of Sue. We're trying to get heals on support. They're trying their best to support Strange, but it looks like Strange is just keep on getting DPS down to like almost nothing health. They're trying their best to protect, but they can't do much when there's like a whole team going and gets it. It looks like we got a bunch of red health bars going on. Ajax trying to play for his life as much as possible.
19 HP.
He was out in the open. Magneto tried to get the ult off, but he could not do it in time because the Strange blocked it.
Strange blocks the haters, my friend.
It looks like Strange just went in for a dive and gets to execute off of it. And it looks like they win that convoy.
What a push. A positional play, I believe. The blue team had the superior utility in pushing people around, getting them off the point, getting them away from each other, and keeping themselves together, strong and healthy. That is what decided that. And there's nothing that can convince me otherwise.
Yeah, I mean, LSU was doing just like how they were doing in Domination. In Domination, they were holding choke points really well. And now with this match, especially on a map conveyed around choke points, was a lot harder for MSU to try to go against that.
Hey yo. Well,
but
that's
what do you think happened there other than from what I previously said?
It seems that the team comps could use a little bit of work there. The Mrs. Invisible and Loki on both sides were a pretty decently thought out pick. But what seemed to happen there was that the switches between I don't remember who was it that switched between the Wolverine, Black Panther. There was a lot of swaps. Dark.
Yeah, Dark.
I believe we needed to see on the MSU end a lot more consistent DPS focused into one target. The later pick into a Bucky was a great choice. It needed to happen earlier. We needed to see that focused damage put into one singular target. At the same time, we needed a lot more use of repositioning the enemy. The blue team excelled in shoving people around, getting them to where they wanted to be, and then making plays, making picks. Magic slipping behind, going through in the second point, popping that ultimate, got a lot of utility, cleaned up a little bit, and got at least some kills. However, on our end, we were getting shoved around, pushed around. We had guys falling back, not getting healed, getting off to the side, going for throws, and missing. We were not having the stuff that we needed to get into the point alive, healthy, and enough with enough cooldowns to get the damage done.
And I did notice as well, though we were kind of switching a lot when it comes to MSU, it's kind of weird to have both double melee DPS going against a Hela. I feel like that. Yes, they were going against another Strange and Magneto, and especially let's say if we're playing Wolverine, that's really good because you can drag both tanks into. It looks like we have another match starting up.
Here we go.
But continuing on from what I said earlier, though both melee heroes are really good to counter those type of tanks, if you have somebody like a Hela or another hit scan DPS hero, they're just going to look at you and just back up as much as possible and wait for you to push and them to have their whole entire team beside them.
Here we go into the second round, and it seems we have a fleet of human torches. Is this the military?
No, it looks like they're trolling a little bit right here. They can't play it in the first week of these matches, but hey, that's just a little fun right there. It looks like they banned Magic. Magic has been doing really good on LSU's side. So, though Ajax, he likes to play Magic, he realizes that it might be better just to ban Magic overall.
Oh, but here's the thing. They saved their Thor this time. They're going in with it. I wonder what
they had a chance to save Thor, and they're going to save Thor for sure. They protect Luna, so that means they either got to ban Namor. No, they ban Hela. Hela has been a big problem, so I would assume they would ban. Yeah, they banned Namor.
It looks like Team MSU is looking for a dive comp with these types of bans. Perhaps something to deal with the issues they had in the last match, where they couldn't get in, they couldn't get the damage off. They're getting the hell out the way.
Looks like we're seeing a lot of good ults right here, especially with Luna. Dark going to Winter Soldier. We got pretty good setup here. We got Panic Eye going back to Strange. He's been going pretty good with Strange, and Non-stop Jacob, he is going to rocket to give Dark that infinite ammo he needs. Especially,
triple support in this patch?
I think triple support is still good, but it's not as unbeatable as it was during last patch.
I believe it's important to note the triple support strategy tends to focus highly on survivability, but it usually tends to fail when dealing out enough damage. If put against two strong main healers such as Luna or Mrs. Invisible, they can actually fail to get kills. If we keep this triple support strategy up on the MSU end, it is going to be necessary to have at least one strong pick every fight before things start popping off.
And I think that could be possible, especially with Winter Soldier. Winter Soldier can drag them to the back line, and then that way support can freeze, or because Luna can freeze.
Watch out, the early portal.
Oh, or early portal straight into the point. It looks like there's a lot of headway going on. Looks like the Strange is focusing the Iron Fist. Iron Fist being very annoying for the Strange. He has to keep on looking on him so that way he doesn't get too much damage on him.
A dizzying perspective. He's everywhere.
And it looks like he's just completely ignoring Strange, because that's what you're supposed to do with not Winter Soldier, but Iron Fist. It's like Strange trying to get away from the Iron Fist, but Iron Fist does not care. Looks like Iron Fist has actually been taken out. You get a freeze from on Panic Guy. It looks like he's trying to get the pickoffs. Right
Despite it all, Iron Fist is the last remaining, alongside what seems to be a Cap. Is Cap even here?
I think no. It looks like Panic Guy is trolling right now, just trying to get a little damage on. It looks like they got point pretty fast straight away. That's awesome on their part.
The early portal paid off.
I think they're learning from their enemy right here. Doesn't look like Captain America is gonna be able to do much against the Flying Strange right there. It looks like they're trying to do a choke point hold again. But remember, there's no roofs here, so they can escape a lot easier.
Picking their fights, we see a Psylocke ult in the backline.
Looks like Groot gets focused. That's currently 2 people only. And it looks like they're playing together as much as possible. They're gonna get dived again. Winter Soldier's gonna get picked off. Rocket Raccoon gets sleeved actually, and that's the only way he can really take out a rocket if it's a good rocket. That rocket, if he's able to move any more than he could, then they would not be able to touch him. It looks like we got a Thor ult coming soon. I mean, especially from the first match, you already saw his Thor is really good.
Maybe, but if I were blue team right now, I'd be scared about these two on the ledge to the left. Out of position, I'd say.
It looks like Groot was kind of out of position right there, too. I mean, especially with the slower mobility, playing him on high ground probably would have been a better idea. It looks like we got Thor. Thor spamming his Thor Force, as he should, because that overhealth gives a lot of things going on for him. Looks like we missed a Winter Soldier grab over here. Winter Soldier playing the point as much as possible. Strange gets killed over there. It looks like they're trying to support Bucky as much as possible. But still, he was able to get the kill on Winter Soldier.
Groot is back in the fight, but only barely. He's trying to wall them up, make a little house over here.
He's trying to drag him in and get them to a choke point, but I think they realize that's not a good idea if they already have point control.
You're right. The home security system does not help with getting to point. Groot making some walls up near the point here. He's trying to set up some plays, it seems.
It looks like they might try this up for Eye of Agamotto. They do have ults. They do get Eye of Agamotto, but luckily Luna was able to protect as much as possible. It looks like they doubled Luna ult right here. Whoever's ult goes out first might be the pick right here. Looks like Thor waited for the perfect time, but Sue has her ult as well. They basically all. It looks like we got a Dark going for ults and ults again. Goes again. Goes again. He just keeps on going.
A dance off. Cleaned up a full wipe, it seems. Or no, maybe. Did the Mantis survive?
it seems like the Mantis was able to back up just in time, so that way she can save on respawn time. But from what it looks like, that was they used a bunch of their ults right there. And it looks like we got Cap trying to dive the backline with his ult, which he already took a revive out. Looks like we got another Bucky ult. Wilfred gets taken down, stopping his ult loop.
3 down on the red side.
Currently tries to get the freeze, and then they almost, yeah, it's just Rocket by himself again. Rocket is the most mobile, so it makes sense why he's always the last one alive. Yeah, mobility in this game is very huge, considering that that's how fat, how easy people can shoot you.
Yes, the rocket hitbox is small, which is why it is extremely important to use those CC tools on him. Compared to the rest of the team, everyone else is at least, I don't know, human-sized. Even Groot, to an extent, is just kind of taking up space in a very large way. Rocket can slip around. Plays coming out.
Looks like Rocket. Oh, they try to slam dunk on them. What you do? They kill Mantis. Luna's all the way out in the open, out of position.
Both healers gone.
And they can just execute right off of that, especially after that dive by Groot himself. Usually you don't see Groot's dive where they just try to hold a choke point. No, he just hit a slam dunk just now. Looks like he's trying to go under the door. Looks like, oh, he's trying to cut off the line of sight from the healers the best he can. It looks like they're ulting as much time as possible. It looks like, oh, whoa, Winter go crazy. Winter Soldier just took more than half the team out just now. That's the crazy thing
coming
about,
up. Potentially a portal? No, there's no portal up. They're gonna have to walk it back.
Not to mention, that was a crazy play by Bucky right there. Bucky's ult is almost the best in the game. Actually, I would consider the best in the game. Its kill potential can rival the whole team I've seen. I mean, maybe in quick play and even in ranked. That thing can completely change the tide of games.
I bet we'll see it again and again.
And it looks like we might try to get a strange ult right here. He's waiting for the perfect moment. He tries to get the perfect moment. I think he might get it here. Gets frozen. Cannot execute off it because of Luna. Looks like Strange trying to target all the supports as much as possible. Actually gets one support off. Winter Soldier trying to get him. Cannot get him.
Push in, red team. This is the chance.
This is their chance to get the checkpoint right here, and they're about to get the checkpoint. As soon as they get the checkpoint, they get more time on the board.
Groot here opening the gates. Oh, caught out. Psylocke, will they find her? Will they find her?
I believe Psylocke is making the right decision and backing all the way up, because if she did not back up, she would have died. And look at Lathor. He's wide out in the open. I'm surprised they do not get this kill on him, but he has good supports. Looks like Panic Eye almost loses that, but still gets the win. So
Strange staggering their Psylocke. There are only 5 players over there right now. They're playing back as they should.
And it looks like they almost have all their ults. And it looks like Bucky's actually has his ult now, so we might see another loop. And it looks like they might push with this.
Groot down.
We might say here after this ult gets down, he's gonna try to. Ooh, he does not. He communicates, saying that invisible one's over there. Shoot her. She's not invisible anymore.
Playing the point. Blue team falling back here.
It looks like they're just trying to get recuperate a little bit. They might expect a portal or a strange ult right here. So, though they did use strange ult, not that
Little
far.
do they know, Strange is right here on their doorstep.
It looks like we got multiple ults, but we're not going to be using them. It looks like we might have a combo with Amplifier, but not entirely sure.
We're seeing a lot of health bars bounce around here.
Yeah, and I'm thinking Bucky's waiting for the perfect time to do it. It looks like he's like being scared of the Strange, as you should, especially. Oh, it looks like he gets a drag. He's trying to get as much damage as possible.
Waiting out these support ults. Punisher ult.
He goes. Oh, this might be it. He might try to do it right here. They're not looking at him. They have a flank. You might see again as soon as this. No. He's gonna wait. I believe he's gonna wait here because they're getting a lot of control right here. So
what a sneaky Bucky!
Look
at him over there.
Ooh. He's waiting. That's for sure.
Oh, they know.
They know, and oh, but are they gonna pay attention to it? Is it Bucky looks like he's trying to go for it? Sue counter ults. It looks like it doesn't matter. He gets the one-off position. He's going after Luna.
Luna down.
Luna get down. Wolford keeps on going. Gets somebody. Focusing the Groot. He's probably screaming Groot, 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 Groot. Does not get it in time. Does not combo
Groot is
it.
down.
Like,
Strange is down. It doesn't matter. He got him again.
dang. That was a crazy round right there. Especially considering, man, Bucky ults go crazy. I never expected to see in this type of level of gameplay to see that Bucky ult go that well. Especially he's not getting really protected. He's just making sure he's staying in the back, waiting for the perfect time is for somebody to be out of position. Especially on that Punisher. That Punisher was completely outside the Sue ult. Or the Invisible Woman ult. So he was able to get that pick off. And then Luna was also outside the ult. So she was able to get picked off as well.
Positioning and communication, my friend. It seems we're going to go double down on this Bucky on offense this time.
I definitely would too. I mean, if you're doing good with Bucky, which is probably the most reliable character. What?
30 seconds before you attack.
It looks like we got a little Jeff emote right here. I don't know if he's trolling or if he's actually going to play Jeff this match. He might be looking for that ult. I mean, there is a lot of parts in this map where he can just get knocked off.
You're right. A smart Jeff player knows the survivability on this character is probably among the best in the game, if not the best. It is due to that left shift, hide and go seek, as well as these bubbles, the speed boost, the health boost, and we're back to Bucky.
Okay, we're back to Bucky. That makes... Oh, it looks like... Does he know? Does he know there's somebody just chilling to the left of him?
A sixth sense.
That's actually a Luna just in the back line?
What is this positioning? They're hunting her down.
It looks like they're trying to go for the high ground, which makes sense. It looks like we might get a pull on Groot here. But he doesn't... Unless that thing gets destroyed, he's not going to get a pull. He does not get a pull at all.
Bucky is no tree hugger. Sliding around to the side.
A good play by him. He's trying to get high ground. Does not get the execute on him, though. Looks like Groot's trying to go for the kills as well. Gets dragged by Bucky. That doesn't matter because he just brought him closer to get headshotted.
Red team with a simple 3-man wipe. Blue's going to have to wait and recuperate as the seconds tick by.
It looks like MSU is going to try to get a Groot angle. It looks like they're playing Fortnite over here.
Not quite 90s.
It looks like they're trying to get the whole team right here. He does try to wall off as much as possible, so that way they have to use the resources. And it looks like he's trying to get the tanks, but Bucky drags, gets pushed in the corner. He is just getting bullied right now, and he gets it completely taken out of the play. Looks like Bucky's trying to focus
here, costing him his life.
Bucky knows that there's somebody up here. He doesn't care about the rocket because he just cares about his revive, which is the right play to do. Looks like Luna's trying her best to heal her teammates. We might get an ult here soon from Luna. But no, we actually are experiencing the rocket effects where he just gives 40% buff to everybody. Luna with the kills. Luna might get a triple here. Luna does not get the triple, but that's still crazy to get kills with Luna from like that, especially that wide in the open.
Never, ever underestimate a good Luna player. You can get critical hits with everything but the shift ability.
Not to mention, whenever people did time to defeat calculations on her, her fastest is just her primary fire. So she doesn't need any special type of treatment right there. Looks like she's trying to heal Groot as much as possible.
Mantis ulting. Pushing out a point.
Which is a good idea. Looks like we get a Luna ult.
Defensive.
And it is possible.
Pushing back.
It was a good idea. We might get a possible kill right here. And she does not stay behind the shield. Magneto does the ult. Gets blocked. Because they got a Sue Storm ult to protect him for a little bit. You got a Squirrel Stampede. That is a very dangerous ult. They don't take care of it. It looks like they were able to get it. Yeah. Squirrel Stampede used to be the worst ult in the game, and now has become the best ult in the game, especially on small maps or small areas. Because it tracks players instead of just randomly bouncing off walls.
A troop of truly menacing squirrels. Oh, the portal comes out?
It looks like he's trying to do a counter portal. We might see this for the first time.
Down to 30 seconds.
He does it a little bit early.
What is this? Early pick on the Punisher and Bucky.
That was a good play by MSU right there. They were able to counter that ult right, counter that portal right there, and it looks like they're just trying to touch point, but they can't touch point at all.
Oh no.
One of them might switch to a character that's super fast just to touch point for overtime. We might not know here.
Overtime comes out.
Looks like Spider-Man's switch here for the just a touch ult.
Anyone can wear the mask. And it looks like
they were able to get. Oh wow, they were able to get the push right there. Looks like Luna was able to pull off the ult to protect her team. This might be it. If we're able to get any type of kills right here. Looks like we're not going to get it though.
the early Agamotto, but they could not heal enough. They're going to take this point and move to the convoy.
Spider-Man solo ults, which makes sense considering it's a healer and she could possibly freeze. Yeah, I think he just switched to Spider-Man just for the touching the point, and now he's going to switch back to Bucky. No, he switched to Squirrel Girl. On this part of the map, on that little one strip of way where the convoy goes, it does make sense to play Squirrel Girl because how tight it is. That means her ult is even better.
Choke point here.
It looks like both Lunas are trying their best to heal their teammates and their tanks at the same time. I mean, especially considering that they switched to Squirrel Girl as well. I think they know what they're about to do. It looks like they got an ult going on. Could not heal Groot fast enough. Currently getting killed by Thunder.
Thor cleaned up both healers. MSU needs to regroup.
Does not get cut off in time. Groot gets locked down by the squirrels. Looks like Thor wants to this 1v1, and he's about to get it. His teammates help him a little bit. Currently getting pushed in. He gets away with his overhealth.
Second point secured.
Oh, we get a freeze on one of the, I believe one of the tanks. Currently gets down. We have Luna ult right here.
MSU moves in. Not quite yet. Fighting for this final point.
We got 4 different ults at the same time. Looks like we got an early pick right there. If we keep on getting picks right here, we might be able to win this gunfight right here.
Luna taking another down.
Luna with the freeze again on Strange. Strange is almost taking out the fight.
Another one.
Dirty snap right there. Luna is ice cold right now.
Truly. Calling back to earlier, you cannot underestimate the damage of a good Luna Snow. Headshots left and right. You can't avoid. What a good aim
looks like we
this
got a
healer
portal.
has.
It looks like they're trying to block a portal, or they're actually looking for a ult right here. They are stacking super heavily right now. I think they just did a counter ult right now. They countered the portal, I'm going to say.
Seems like it.
Currently, Thor trying to go for the back line, which does make sense. I mean, Squirrel Girl trying to protect the back line as much as possible. She can only do so much. It looks like we got another Squirrel Girl ult going on. Just staying on the convoy allows you to stay protected away from that. Looks like he gets the pick on Rocket, the most mobile character in the game. The portal does not matter. MSU was able to protect. And
MSU with the strong hold there. You cannot underestimate. You cannot underestimate Luna Snow.
Yeah, Luna definitely picked it up after those last 2 games. I mean, she was still doing good those last 2 games, but I feel like everybody's picking up now. Those were the warm-up games. Now we're gonna do a reverse sweep.
There we go. The handshake's over. The fight begins. Let's see these stats here. Got a lot of damage on these tanks. Tons of damage, in fact, from the Osiris 9 on the LSU team. Second, great best player.
I want you to look at Dark. That is crazy. He went crazy this game.
Damage, kills, just getting picks. Dark did a great job. 46 kills, 9 deaths, 15 assists.
Not to mention he was a Bucky player during that match as well as the other Bucky player. Other Bucky player did get a lot of good ults. He definitely team wiped almost about 2 times, I believe. But I will say this, it was definitely they got more eliminations on LSU right there.
Truly. And you can see where our triple support comp, I was worried about this earlier, but it seems they figured out the way to get this stuff rolling and working. You can see the healing numbers here really, really high. They did what they were supposed to do. This comp countered the LSU composition very nicely. Punisher countered. The Wilford on the Squirrel Girl, wasn't Wilford also a Bucky?
He was the Bucky. He was the Bucky that almost wiped the team 2 different times. Yes.
Fairly countered. The only issue MSU had to deal with was really those Thor ultimates, which at the end of the day, you can't avoid them sometimes, and you just have to pick it up, get back in there, and start that fight back up.
And it looks like we got Midtown now. This is one of the new maps introduced into the earlier part of the first season. It looks like, and it's a very choke map. This map has a lot of choke points, so people like Moon Knight can do well with it. Squirrel Girl, basically anybody that can look down a corridor and say that's my angle is pretty much getting good eliminations.
I'd like to call this map the Streets of Damage. You will see a lot of long range, perhaps flying picks here, and also hyper mobiles.
Yeah, and not to mention we get insta bans right here. It looks like they know what their game plan is now for banning. If they follow last match, they might exceed. Last 2. It looks like they had a protection on Cloak and Dagger. Cloak and Dagger's been banned every single time these matches, and now she's protected.
Protecting her on this particular map is a great idea, I'd like to think. Using this map as a street, we could think of Cloak and Dagger as the car. As soon as that ultimate's up, the engines are revving, and she's going straight in one lane and straight out the other.
Yeah, not to mention, ever since the recent change made to where our strips of heal do not stack anymore, make it to where you're basically invincible. Now it's only one strip that heals you at the time. So that means she actually has a little bit more spread out healing than it used to be. Usually you would just go around the convoy and then that's it. But now you can go up the street and possibly get a bunch of pushes out of that. And it looks like we banned Strange here. That is the second time they've banned Strange. I'm not
Strange is a strong tank. You can't blame him. Portals, so insanely good for that mobility utility. Getting people back on point after a short wipe, or just getting those ults off. You never know what a portal can be used for, and that's why it's good to ban the Strange. Team comp's coming out. Let's see what we got.
They'll be coming in 30 seconds.
LSU team is pulling up. They have yet to actually fully decide. We've got 2 healers with the Mrs. Invisible and Loki composition, a classic from their end. Same on the MSU end, actually. Wilford might be swapping here.
I think Wilford's trying to... I think he's discussing with his team whether or not this is a good idea, because they are on defense, meaning that Bucky getting the pull does make sense to get picks, but what if he accidentally pulls them towards defending the point?
Now on this map, you never know what you're doing with that pull. A good CC chain after a Bucky pull, and you're winning that point for sure. You're getting that pick. Fight begins.
Looks like the Thor is trying to get as much as possible, but we're running a Penny now. Penny might be able to... Yeah, Penny's going to lock down Thor, because Thor is technically majority melee. So whenever he tries to dive in on any of Penny, there might be a possible chance that Penny can get that easy pick because of her.
Penny setting up the early off angle.
But it looks like they're focusing the Spire Nest as they should.
It's a scary spot to be in. They can only go forward and backwards here. Going left is certain to meet them with mites and mines.
Yeah, it looks like they take it out finally. Currently, we get Thor's almost get pushed back into the back line. He's currently blinded right now. They're really stacking up super heavy right now. Magneto is trying to get the finish, but he's not looking at... At least we get a Squirrel Stampede already in the very first few minutes of the game. Depending on how... Oh, looks like... Oh, bouncing between the ambulance and the car. Looks like we got a Sue ult to protect. Looks like she's trying to hit mine so that way we can get the kill, but it still gets hit. Might get a pull. We do get a pull. Panic Cat almost gets killed, but it was able to get a zip away.
Grouped up here. It's neutral on neutral. Bit scary.
Panic Cat gets pushed in. I get a fear Magneto. Looks like he gets locked down on Punisher. Punisher's a good pick if you can aim. So let's see if he can aim.
I think he can.
Oh, and he gets shut down. He can't
survive.
Yeah, Squirrel Girl is one of those characters that do a lot of burst damage. So if you get hit with one direct impact, you're basically dead. Looks like we get another. Right? It looks like we got another Squirrel Girl ult. Squirrel Girl is getting her ult like it's nothing. Especially how heavy they're stacking up together, it makes sense.
Looks like this first point is confirmed, making it into the second area.
Yeah, not to mention, if you played like a Moon Knight right here, this would actually be really nice because Moon Knight is all about stacking, the onks.
Tell me, do you think this Cloak and Dagger is prepared to ultimate straight into this enemy team here?
I don't think she does. I think she waits for a defensive ult right here. Whenever she did get her change though, she actually goes faster with her ult. So it's harder for people like Magneto to kill her.
That's true, but it's still possible.
Definitely still possible. And Magneto...
There it goes!
Look at that, it goes right to the point.
Over the other. They somewhat stacked it over there, but it's not a big deal. They got enough space covered. Healing is going out.
I think the reason why they... Oh, it looks like he's getting focused. Currently can try to get up on the thing. Does not get executed right there. It looks like, oh, Wilford back on Winter Soldier. I think he was already on it in the first place. He gets this weird jump right there from Rocket's boost. Currently trying to focus.
Is truly some of the weird but scarily best out of there.
Yeah, especially considering with somebody that can grab you from a mile away. It looks like he's trying to go over the supports, but he's not having a lot of success here.
Penny setting up the mine.
Penny needs to back up, which she is proceeding to do. I feel like they're stacking up for a heavy push right here. They might try to go for an ult. They do have two ults right here for Squirrel Girl and Loki here.
They're just peppering each side with damage, trying to see who's out of position, who's in position. You can see it right here. Everyone's gathered together. They're each looking for picks, but they can't quite find them. The time is coming soon. Ultimate.
Let's see what happens here. Oh, he was able to get countered. As soon as he heard that ult, he went straight to Magneto. He didn't know which person he switched to, but he knew that it was going to be a bad idea. So he went ahead and slam dunked him with a metal ball. Looks like Penny's by herself.
Funny spot. Escaped pretty cleanly though.
Looks like she has enough mobility just to save herself. Gets locked down. Gets infinite ammo, but does not get the quality out of it.
Punisher was punished, caught out, and their team is now down. But the revive happened. So we're still 6 for 6.
Looks like Panic Guy is trying to do his best and just distracting the team. It looks like he's getting melted right now. Gets destroyed out of his ult. That is probably not the best ult in the game, but you can do a lot of stuff and just distract, considering how much ever health. It looks like we just got another Squirrel Girl ult. That's gonna be nice.
I'll get you next time.
If it comes back.
Playing back a little bit. I've seen a lot of ults go out.
Look like he tried to best his guard his teammates, but whenever you cloak, you got to rely on your teammates not to shoot during the 2 seconds.
That is true.
Loki just hating on his brother again. Looks like the Groot and the Magneto are just all by themselves. Still getting healed though. Looks like Wilthard is trying to go for the ult combo, but does not get anything here.
Damage
Has
is
infinite
being
ammo.
done.
Is getting protected by Sue, but still, it's infinite ammo, so it does a lot more damage. I think Loki
goes
just
the
went
Bucky.
crazy with Groot. Go with Bucky.
There goes.
That's 3 of them down. Probably a little bit less than that.
3 out of LSU's team are gone.
Looks like Sue is actually playing DPS.
The offensive strength of a Great Sue Storm is not to be looked at lightly either.
Yeah, especially considering she can pull or push enemies. That's why whenever you see a Wolverine, you usually pick a Sue, so that way you can cancel out Wolverine's grab. But since they're not playing a Wolverine, Sue's just even stronger.
True. The second point is confirmed as they're pushing in to the final area.
Looks like Mag with a flank.
The God of Thunder failed to strike anyone down.
It looks like we're trying to get a kill right here on Thor. We might possibly get it. We might see a Mag ult pretty soon. But maybe he's saving it for one of the support.
It's telling me the same, I believe. Shortly here, we'll see.
Pushing him very heavy right now, which is understandable considering what they're going through. It looks like they're trying to get the Bucky that's out of position. Bucky is playing it safe and trying to play behind cover, but the cover gets broken because of destruction in this game.
Yes, destructible environments can be quite scary to deal with. You can just poke people straight through. Here he goes!
Magneto does not slam dunk on anybody, but he does realize that. It looks like we get a. Is this an ult right here that might get anybody killed? No?
Somehow the Punisher fails to melt a single person.
I think it was just looking at multiple targets for the remainder of the ult. It looks like Loki. No, that wasn't Loki, but that was nonstop Jacob. He's currently trying to get his ult through. Hopefully he doesn't get grabbed. He gets grabbed out and he gets killed, stopping the Cloak and Dagger ult from staying.
What a scary shutdown. MSU down a healer. What are they going to do? Bucky flanking?
He's flanking. He has the ult possibility. He might do it.
There it goes.
Loki stops him. Still, there's one more. Loki's clones are giving him free kills. Looks like Groot goes for another thing. He's almost taken down entirely. Surely Cloak does not get hit by this. Oh my.
He was armed, and that was pretty dangerous.
Pretty dangerous, not gonna lie. Yeah, that Bucky right there was the sole reason why they were able to push back that much.
What a great play, and what a great push by MSU.
Yeah, MSU was definitely doing a good push right there. And it looks like we actually seeing Dark switch to a Magic. I mean, not Magic. Moon Knight. And we also see Wolfret switch to a Wolverine.
We're seeing a Cloak and Moon Knight team up here.
Yeah, ever since the recent change, his ability or team up ability with Cloak and Dagger allows for healing with inside the dome he creates when he's invisible. It's very good. 25 health per second, if I believe.
Yep, it's not a ton, but it's enough to where you can survive for that little brief moment where you're getting sprayed at within your little invisible bubble. This means that Moon Knight is that much scarier, and on this map, where people cannot run and hide all the time, he is going to be a menace.
Are you here to compare lightning?
Yeah,
I could never.
Speaking about menaces, this map, it's in New York, so I feel like just as a tribute, some people should play Spider-Man. I'm just a Spider-Man main, so but on high elo, of course, that doesn't make sense to play Spider-Man. You play Bucky if usually, but
No, there are times when you must wear that mask. You must be the Spider, but that is not now. The fight begins. We're pulling up, breaking windows, making destruction happen. Getting an eye on the enemy here.
Yeah, the fun thing about this map is that it actually has reverse destruction. Oh, it looks like we get a pick on the random Sue just in the open.
Out of place, you could say.
Yeah. That's like Thor. He's trying to get those Groot walls taken care of, I mean, which you're supposed to. Oh, it looks like... Oh!
What a dive! Bye-bye, Groot.
That was
Shredded
the
to pieces.
Looks like he did the combo with what is it? I believe Rocket. He actually gives him a little jump right there.
The
during
secret
his
team
little-
up, you could say.
Yeah. Rocket's crazy with everybody, and it looks like this cloak. No, Sue is about to get focused right here. He doesn't even
Magneto
care about
doing
the
his
other
best.
Magneto.
Bye-bye.
Sue is taken out. Looks like the Lokis that are stacking up together are not doing this much as well. Looks like we got a Moon Knight pick right here. Moon Knight is not getting a lot done with those shields happening.
Magneto is doing a great job of invalidating those Moon Knight M1s. Stopping those Moon Batarangs?
Yeah. Yes, it's really weird. It's more or less, just call them, Ox. That's what I usually call them.
Yeah, the team fight begins. We got a full stacked team. 3 ults on MSU side and 3 ults on LSU.
It looks like, yeah, they are. Doesn't look like, oh, we might see a slam dunk. Slam dunk does not happen, gets protected by the cart. Loki trying to get it ult right here. He does not get any kills with it. He actually, no, he does not. He gets one.
Poor Sue Storm can't survive the lightning.
Halfway there. Keep going.
It looks like, yeah, Penny's out. Penny's just hiding by herself again. They know where she's at,
She's waiting for the moment to run.
but I
Or
don't
maybe
think she has
not.
a chance. I think she's trying to hold as best as possible because she's just by herself with going against a Wolverine. Kind of a hard counter against tanks as slow as her.
Badly staggered here as they're going to push strongly into the end of this second point here. Will he be able to stop LSU?
It looks like they don't really have a counter for Wolverine right now. Wolverine is just taking and kidnapping all their tanks. Wolverine's just staying in the back here, just chilling. He's getting killed because his teammates are actually looking at him.
I'd wager to say that Wolverine ult is coming out any moment now.
Yep, right there. Perfect timing. And he just takes him out in the back. That's with the combo with the Storm ult. Mutants unite.
Those claws are not for show, friends. A lot of damage just was dealt.
And I think
Point was taken.
I think Panikai is trying to switch to Penny just to try to counter the melee heroes, but I feel like he's not getting a lot of use out of it.
Out of position
Especially when
again. He needs to back up.
Yeah, especially when he's fighting the whole entire team by himself. He gets taken over by Wolverine all the way in the back. Cannot do anything. Gets taken out. That Wolverine is going crazy right now. But Mag is also going crazy. He just keeps on pushing, pressing the W key. Looks like they're not able to do anything about it.
You know, if you press it enough, you just might see one.
Yeah, it looks like we got an ult going on. He might go for the slam dunk. He might hit it. He does hit it.
A 3-pointer.
They're only going crazy right now.
MSU
Still,
needs to stack up. They are out of position. Away
another
from the
Storm
team,
ult.
Away from the spawn. Survived it though.
Because that Sue Storm ult was able to protect them long enough for them to maybe regroup and try to push them back.
Seems like it. They're gonna have to work hard here though, as they are right on top, and it goes.
They go.
3, 2, 2.
Man. What a match.
What a round. What a match. Yeah. We saw a lot there. I think we can go into it and see just how influential those tanks were in this match because of how tightly they were packed in. You know, fish and fish tuna cans, really, next to each other. They could not squeeze around, move around a ton. It was important to have those big shields. Magneto set the standard for both teams. However, it was the difference between their off tanks. The Thor on offense does a lot for them. Does a lot of range, does a lot of damage. You can see it on the stat board there. Osiris 9 with the Thor main, you could almost say, dealing the most damage. No. Dark actually dealt the most damage.
Yeah, Dark was going crazy. That's for certain. But Wolfret, if I'm pronouncing that name correctly, him with the Wolverine was completely demolishing the tanks, especially Panikai. Panikai was kind of getting kidnapped every single time. He was playing super far as Penny, which is somewhat questionable. But there was a lot of positioning errors on both sides. But considering that Wolverine was able to drag, it was more noticeable on MSU side rather than LSU side.
I'd wager to say it happened again. Positioning won this match for LSU. Wolverine getting the penny out of place, getting everyone in a ruckus because there is no way to hide from that pounce when you are on the receiving end of a great dive.
And it looks like that is the end of the series for this game. That was it was a pretty good series. I think we can see where both teams need to improve. LSU takes the victory at this point in time. Definitely good games on both sides. People that were especially really good. I mean, Osiris with this Thor was crazy. I think Dark with almost all his DPS characters went crazy as well. What are some other people that you think did really well?
I'd like to point out Ajax and Necroblade. Both of these guys did amazing jobs on their support picks. Earlier today, we saw Ajax on the Luna Snow getting a lot of free picks, catching people out, blocking down, getting the CCs off, getting the ults off. Damage was being done, and healing was being done. With Necroblade, it was innate. Mrs. Invisible has the kit to deal the damage, and that is exactly what happened. We can see it. Mrs. Invisible did damage, 9,000 compared to her other support dealing 4K, 20,000 damage blocked, 32,000 damage healed. A lot of things got done on that end.
Yeah, not to mention like the first map win also kind of set their play style for all the matches ahead of time. Like LSU was playing super constricted on those choke points every single time. They were getting there first, they were shooting first, all those things. And on Convoy, I feel like that helped their play style so much, considering Convoy is all about choke points, especially on the most recent map they just played, Midtown. That is all about choke points and cutting off line of sight. You can see with the Wolverine, he was able to take off line of sight, especially even when he was playing Bucky, he was able to do that as well.
I believe in the future, it might be important for both teams to consider playing more around cooldowns. We saw a lot of Loki use, and near the end, we saw some Cloak and Dagger usage. It is important to catch out when the runestones come out from Loki. That is that big healing runestone bubble, basically, that heals everyone inside, actually based on the amount of damage taken. And then Cloak and Dagger only has a few moments where they can really use their abilities to escape or deal damage or heal. So it's important to play around these cooldowns more often and to get these free picks on supports to shut down teams early in team fights and get the early lead before they're able to back away and survive enough to make a play on the next moment they get a chance.
Yeah, I especially would like to shout out both teams for playing. That was an awesome game. It was almost there was no blowout on either side. It was almost super even games. They fought their hardest in every single way. LSU just got a little bit more when it comes to eliminations. I mean, you can see that right there. But overall, all players did good, and I would like to say shout out to every one of them that came tonight, and whoever here came over to watch tonight for the first Marvel Rivals Mississippi State stream.
Thank you all.
Y'all have a good night.